Well, hello my YouTube garden friends. Today I thought I would take you along and talk about last week, what we went through, and just kind of fill you in. So this week we had about 165 bouquets that went out. The girls helped me do that on Monday. That was a big chore. We had some tulips and some anemones and then some textures from the garden that went into those bouquets. So that was a big order that needed to be shipped out on Tuesday. And so we got that done. And then we ended up, I had to leave for Seattle on Tuesday morning, like at 5 o'clock in the morning. So I met my good friend Bethany from Charles Little and Company. They have a farm down in Eugene, and I met her at the Eugene airport. It was kind of cool. We took the Beavers plane, which it's like all marked up. Kind of fun. Hi, Shy. So, in fact, I have, so we went down to, Shy, leave Braden alone. Sit. Stay. Sit. Stay. So Bethany and I went to the Northwest Flower and Garden Show up in Seattle. We were asked to do a little class there for the folks. Bethany taught on Wednesday. I taught on Thursday on the Bubbles and Bloom stage with Debra Prinzing, which is really cool. She's part of the Soul Flowers Society. If you're not a member, check her out. Really, really cool. But anyways, this is kind of cool. So this is the garden show. If you ever get a chance to go to it, really, really fun. So we met our friends, Adam and Jennifer from Pepper Harrow, and we had lunch with them, and we just talked to all things YouTube. So if you don't follow them on YouTube. Super fun. They talk a lot about how to just grow and gardens and all the things. Weddings, they do a lot of the same as we do. And what was really cool at the show was this Fleur de Villes part, which was all these like gorgeous dresses, beautifully designed, super fun. Amazing work that those florists put into that. So that was kind of cool. And then this is this is kind of fun. This is the Blooms and Bubbles. So everybody got to take the class. They got a little champagne and they got to hang out with us for a little over an hour. But this is Bethany, who I traveled with. And there's me smiling away with my dahlias. And I taught the floral crown class. Bethany taught a dried wreath class. She's one of the most amazing dried floral growers, her and her husband Charles. Amazing, amazing product. Check out their website as well. Oh, there's my friend Toby as well. She was teaching on Sunday, which is today. So that's kind of cool. Anyways, the gardens were amazing. I mean, oh my gosh. There was, well, okay, I should back that up just a little bit. There were several really well done gardens, and then there were some gardens that people put a lot of time and work into that were not my style. So I'm more of like just a free-for-all, finding the weird funky things, and then also like a cut garden. So my style of gardening is very whimsical. It's very not perfect. So perfect gardens, and I don't know, there's something, I love the wild and woody and just creative, and there's always something new and exciting around the corner, and it's not perfect. That's my style of gardening. So there were some gardens that were just magical. The work that went into them were stunning. And then
perfect is sometimes nice too, just every now and then.
Yes, perfect is sometimes nice. Yeah, okay, so that movie, A Little Chaos, there's an element of perfection, lines of clean looks, and then coupled behind it with this like amazing like grasses and wildflowers and just a plethora of things that are put together. But in your head, it's relaxing too, you know. It's not perfect, but it's relaxing. So I guess that would be more my style of gardening. While I was gone, the girls started to go ahead and clean up the roses. Oh, it looks like we need to add a little more soil to this, Brayden. These primroses are from last year. Isn't that cool? Yeah, we're going to have to get a little more soil, I think, because it's been here a while. So anyways, the girls got all of the roses trimmed, the initial trim, and then now it's my turn to kind of get the big cuts. We'll start on that next week. That's a big job. We have about 700 roses or so. That's a lot to work on. So we got a good jump on it. The girls did amazing. They also had an event that had to be done, and a couple orders for more Valentine bouquets that went out on Friday. So that kept them busy. And then I flew home and just started working in the garden, which, I mean, the weather has been, I mean, it's mid-60s, beautiful out, and we have all these things that need to be planted. The garden beds needed to be cleaned up. Jason was working on a high tunnel that needed to go up. And yeah, yesterday we just made some smash burgers with Brayden. He learned how to make them, right? Yeah, you had fun. And that was our week. Today we've just been doing this. So here you are, the end of our week. in your own space and share it together as a little garden party. That's my hope for you, at least. I want it to be a little shorter because what we're gonna do in the back is tie this beautiful ribbon to secure it, okay? So you kind of have your points and you're not gonna do anything wrong, so don't worry about it. We're gonna bend it in and we're almost gonna make a little bit of a hook, an eye hook. And if you need to cut, you can. So now I'm just gonna be turning and twisting and leaving that little space. Crown can become a little bit thick and cumbersome. You want to keep it very light and airy because when you're wearing it on your head for a long time, it can kind of bug people, I think. So here is my roses that I want to add in as my focal. So you just basically have those as your next big flower that you're going to put in. So I'm just wiring that on, and a lot of times what I'll do is, if you can see that I will probably lay one just slightly down from that as well. And this stem is a little bit long, so I'm gonna go ahead and clip that guy. There we go. And then add this in, and I'm gonna wrap that after I get untangled, because I'm the only one having that problem. And so I'm just going to wrap around a couple times, probably, 2 to 3 times until you feel like that's really nice and secure. And I like to add in little bits of filler between.
Today we're going to be pruning roses. It is about February, so we could do this earlier, but it's going to be a good day to do it. We have lots of roses to do, actually, this whole area. We've already done another section of roses over here, and you can kind of see the difference. It's a lot more cleaner and just looks shorter as well. It's kind of knee height. And then we also have another field to do out in the back, and hopefully we can get it all done today.
Take one of the bigger ones.
It's gonna look so good later. Shyla, are you ready to play? Yes. You ready?
Started marking out the corner posts so I can get it all square, get the holes dug, and get concrete in the corners. So that's what I'm doing at the moment.
How wet is it out there? I mean, I know we're going to build up the soil, but
It's kind of wet.
it's kind of wet.
Yeah. The ducks like it though. All a bunch of new bugs.
I love it. Okay.
So yeah.
So you did find out that you have to do the concrete posts?
Yeah, well, the manual says concrete every other. So at least I'll do probably 6. Do the 25 feet and at the corners. On YouTube it doesn't show them using concrete, but
You guys get a lot of wind out here.
with
You
high
do get
we
winds,
do
wind.
too.
probably
I'm
won't.
like, if it's not battened down, it's
Especially
gone.
after your friends.
Yeah.
Blew
So I was
away.
just showing her Priya's Rising Joy, the
Oh, to
Raising
her
Joy.
house. Yeah.
Her tunnel, she put one of these in this year, right? This fall.
Yeah, I don't know how she
And
anchored
it got
down, though,
whipped
but-
up. And she's literally, probably, 15, 20 minutes from here?
Wow.
Yeah, even with the
Yeah, it's
concrete
wet
in
and
the
windy,
corners, the greenhouse just sits on it still.
Yeah.
So you still run that risk. But with us building ends on it, that will be more secure. It won't go anywhere. So
Okay.
that is one good thing with us putting, because
A
we'll
great
put
thing.
walls on it,
Right.
so that will not allow air to come in underneath it. Plus, with it secured to the walls, that'll make it a lot harder. In theory, right? Once we get a tornado, then
Only one way to
which
find
has
out.
happened.
Yeah, we have had
When we
tornado
lived in
warnings.
McGinnville, we had that little tornado come through.
Yeah, and our house is on the top of a hill. Sometimes it gets whipping, and I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, concrete
We
all the
were
way.
we lived off Second in a duplex, and all our lawn furniture in the back went over the neighbor's fence.
Ooh.
Yeah, we're all of a sudden just this big little. It was more of what do they call those whirlwinds, whatever. But it was enough to pick up our furniture.
That's
I think it
terrifying.
was like an F1 or something like that, they said. Like the very, very least of the least.
Yeah, you don't want to see your love seat scaling a fence. That's for sure.
No,
What you doing, Shy?
he's eating sticks.
Being the best helper in all the world. Should we interview?
Our soil here is so bad. I'm surprised we can grow anything, but it just seems like everything grows here. I'm digging these holes with my pulse there because I want to put concrete in every corner and in the middle. But, sorry, my nose is running. I have to clean the shovel out every scoop because I swear you could make clay pots out of this soil. It is just, in the summertime, it cracks and dries real bad. In wintertime, it's just saturated. So we're hoping that we don't run into a huge problem here. But all we can do is just go for it. Hope it all works out.
I want to thank you so much for tagging along with us again this week, and I look forward to having you again next time. Much success in all you do and grow, and we will be seeing you in the garden shortly.